Don't real estate agents just meet you at properties, open doors, and give you some forms to sign? Well, not quite. There's a bit more to it than that, and in this video, I'm going to break down the duties of a realtor in 3 main categories, which are low-level tasks, mid-level tasks, and high-level tasks, along with the most important duty of them all at the end. Hey everyone, it's Matt Mraz from Remax Nova, here to help you with anything and everything real estate. If at any point in this video you have questions about the market, feel free to drop them in the comments below or reach out to me directly with my contact details in the description. So first, let's start off with the low-level task of setting up an automated property search to help you narrow down the list of homes you should consider. They'll also book the showings and accompany you to the properties to view. They'll also provide the necessary paperwork and contracts you'll need in order to make an offer and ultimately purchase the property. And when you get an accepted offer, they'll also be responsible for picking up or conveying the deposit of funds, as well as handing over the keys to the property when the time comes. So those are the basics, and that's what most people see on the surface level. You might think to yourself, anyone with half a clue should be able to do this. What's so hard about that? Well, let's get to the mid-level tasks. The mid-level tasks are mostly associated with transaction coordinating. This begins after you get an accepted offer. Your agent must now coordinate with a number of people involved in the transaction, including, but not limited to, the other listing agent, property inspector, a mortgage broker, a lawyer, an appraiser, and a septic inspector, to name a few. They need to make sure that everyone's on the same page and that everyone is doing their job, because now you are on a timeline to satisfy your conditions. To do this effectively, your agent needs to know the right people to call, as well as be very responsive and organized to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. And so now you're probably thinking, well, that still doesn't seem too bad. Any agent should be able to do that just fine. And yeah, most do it pretty well. But now let's go on to the high-level tasks. Now the high-level tasks are what set the highly skilled agents apart from the average ones. The first high-level task that your agent should be doing is advising. When a skilled agent views a property with you, they should be making you aware of the pros and cons of the property, feedback on its condition, have good knowledge of the area, as well as what sets this property apart from others in the neighborhood. Your agent should be able to recognize potential problems while viewing the property and have good knowledge of renovations, building materials, building codes, and a working knowledge of electrical, plumbing, structural, and mechanical systems. They should also be aware of any development, zoning, or rezoning plans for the area, and be aware of the current market activities and trends. They need to have an understanding of property taxes, contract law, current legislation and bylaws, as well as the working of a condo court, budget, insurance, depreciation reports, and let's throw in feng shui to be safe. Not only do they need this ability, knowledge, and experience, they also need to be an effective communicator to make sure you understand these issues in a context that allows you to make the right decision in the transaction for yourself. Now we need to talk about the most important job that a realtor does, and that is negotiation. Negotiation is a high-level task that is so important to the role of an agent, it's a category all on its own. Some people think that negotiation is just throwing a number out there and seeing what happens, but it's a lot more than that. It's a skill that is refined and learned over time. It involves gathering as much material facts on the property as possible, as well as knowledge about the other side's situation, motivation, and then using this information in a creative way to get the optimal outcome for their client. Negotiation begins at the first point of contact and doesn't end until the keys are in your hand and you're the owner of the home. With the way the market's been over the last few years, a lot of agents have gotten into the habit of just sending an email with the offer saying, "See attached," rather than providing any rationale or information to the other side as to why that offer could be the best. A good agent is honest, has high expertise and emotional intelligence, a good work ethic, and most importantly, time to devote to you and your needs. This ensures a smooth and successful transaction and keeps your best interests in mind. I hope you got some value from this video today and learned a little bit about what us realtors do behind the scenes. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate the support. And if you're interested in buying or selling in Halifax, or just want to talk about the market in general, feel free to give me a call or an email. You can check out my next video here, and I'll see you in the next one.